Well, I'd love to say that there's never any controversial issues, but of course that's not true. In Queen Creek, again, with all that development that's going on, a lot of homes going up again, which we're very happy to see happen. The biggest issue, controversial, that comes up between business and residents is really around land density. And again, I mentioned our general plan. It sort of calls for how many homes per acre and things like that. The biggest thing that I hear from my constituents, from our residents, my neighbors, is when there's a new general plan that comes in, and typically the developers want to increase the density. They think it's more marketable, and they would like to basically put more homes in the same square, acreage. Most people who are neighbors of those areas for development reject that. Usually they'll say, no, we want to keep Queen Creek rural, et cetera, et cetera. The way that I have handled that as a council member, and the way I'll continue to do that, is again, try to get all parties talking, try to get both sides' point of view out on the table, try to ensure that we're working towards compromise. We have a specific general plan case that I have strongly supported the developer, working with, basically asking for continuance to get more time to be able to spend talking with the surrounding neighbors to address their concerns, to modify their proposal. That particular case is going very well. The developer is making some compromises, putting in some buffer zones and some different things to try to help meet and address the concerns of the neighbors. But yet it still is within what is a business viable solution for them to come to town. So to me, when there's controversial issues, the hardest thing, or the least productive thing, is to just go and say up or down, black or white. There's almost always compromise that can happen. Again, I operate from a philosophy that says business and business growth in Queen Creek is a good thing for the residents. If a new service, a new restaurant, new retail, a new family activity destination shows up in town, that's a good thing. That's going to provide more opportunities for our residents. We, of course, want to maintain some of that heritage, and we want to make sure that we are putting those businesses in the right zoned areas, which is why we focus on the land use and where's the best places in town for those sorts of things. And that's why we've got a great long-term strategic plan. So my role as a council member is to try to hear from the residents that are concerned about something, hear from the business developer, and try to get them talking together. If they cannot come up with some kind of a compromise, okay, then I'll have to come in with my vote. And I've done so in those cases. But more often than not, I believe, again, compromise can be achieved, and that's what I try to create.